If he's a Catholic, deal breaker. Glory to God in the highest, and peace to his people on earth. I can't date an atheist. If he says there's no God, then there is no God. He's a Trump supporter? Ugh, barf. Make America great again, baby.
This weekend only, get all 625 Womanese translations for pennies on the dollar. Get all 5 video volumes for just $67 and all 5 audio volumes for just $57. Guys, that's over 90% off. Get over to tsracademy.com now and change your dating life forever. Link in description.
But yeah, Las Vegas is it is one of the most difficult, one of the most unforgiving markets to learn game. And this is why I was good, man. And it took me a good and I'll be honest with you, man. At first I had to go with the 6s and 7s. I tried game and 10s out the gate. That didn't work. I just didn't have the game level, right? I had to crawl before I could walk. So I started gaming mostly 6s and 7s. It took me about 6 months to really get good with them, where I could just bang them anytime I wanted. Okay, let's move to 7s and 8s. Took me a little longer to get better with 8s, but then I said, okay, it's time for the major leagues. It's time to start gaming 9s and 10s. That was a very steep learning curve, but after a while, I got good with them too. Then I got an in with a strip club, and that led to getting an in with another strip club. And after that, the game was it was literally the game on easy mode. I'm dating, and I mean, I dated 6 strippers. All of them cheated on me, but I dated them, right?
Yeah.
But I've banged more strippers, more freaking what are they called? Cocktail waitresses. Yeah, I've banged their friends. They're friends, their friends, and dude, it was just a wild. It was like a 3.5-year magic carpet ride out there, and so my taste for women got very, very expensive. So anytime I did hit the street, if she was anything less than an 8, I just couldn't get it up. And because of that, it led to me, I had to really refine things. It really kind of makes a man out of you, because Vegas, dude, girls have endless options in Vegas. You know what I mean? And they're so, oh my God, it was crazy. And you get a lot of rejection, but that teaches you to have very thick skin. And having done that for almost a decade, it's the reason why I know the intricacies. Dude, I've approached thousands of women in Vegas, and I've probably been shot down by 98% of them, man. But I still banged a ton of girls because I was out there talking to girls all the time. And so over that time, I compiled enough knowledge to know and understand what a woman is going to say, what a woman's going to do before she even does it.
Yep. And go ahead.
Real quick, this is a very important lesson, right? Donovan knew where he was at from the very beginning. He said, you know what? Yeah, I want 9s and 10s, but I'm going to work my way up to it.
Yeah. And
once again, guys, you can learn knowledge share all you want, and I'm glad you're watching the show, but you need to at least, at some point, get in the game and start doing it.
You got to crawl before. Listen, we all want to bang 10s because they're 10s.
Yep.
And I know guys want to bang 10s. Mm-hmm. Relax. We're men, okay? We don't age at all, right? Mm-hmm. If you leave 10s alone for 5 years, guess what? They're still going to be around, and you'll have more opportunities with those 10s as you get older.
Yes.
Just take your time, learn the game, figure out who you are as a person, right? I figured out that there were some things about myself that were really great, and then some things about me that were not so great, like my aversion to the powdery white substances, and so that kind of taught me about that. But yeah, you have to really, and shout out to Steve Diddy Williams, man, because he talks about this all the time. Before you start messing with women, and I know this sounds hokey, but he's right. You got to know who you are. Yep. Because if you don't know who you are and you're running game on these women, guess who knows that you don't know who you are? She does.
Yep.
And as soon as she presses that button, you're out. Okay, so you committed to an 8. She's cheating on you. Now you're back to square one. How do I get good with girls? So you have to really take your time. You got to be patient.
Yep. And we got Andrew Esquire in the house, by the way, in the background. He just told me to say to you guys that he was referring to sugar when he was talking about the things earlier.
Yes,
so he was referring to Splenda. So yes, that is the quote from Andrew Esquire protecting Donovan. But anyway, so Donovan, and I want to say this real quick, because a lot of people that are detractors, they say, getting girls, it shouldn't be this hard, whatever. And it's like, people don't understand the fundamentals that you got to get out there and talk to hundreds, if not thousands of girls. I approached a girl today. Took an L. You know what I'm saying? When I was walking to CVS, the Civs, as we call it, right? It's right next door. And yeah, man, just like you guys got to just take L's, and it is what it is, man. So you're going to, guys, and I say, people don't believe me when I say this. You are a god if you close 10% of your like you're the only person that like I talk to about that, and you're like, yeah, 100%. Other people think I'm crazy when I say that. It's like, no, if you close 10%, you're like a top guy. I don't even think Mystery's close rate is 10%.
No, dude, Mystery's closing percentage was like 8.9. Paul Janka's was 11. There's like 11 something. Paul Janka's the greatest PUA of all time, right? He closed 11%. This means he slept
from
with
day game too,
dude.
From day game,
he slept with 1 out of 9 women he approached. That's dude. I could if somebody told me, listen, I'm going to end you if you don't bang 1 out of 9 women. Well, listen, I guess that's it for me. It's been a nice ride. It's just it's just impossible to do that. And so many guys are like, dude, how can I have a stable of 9s and 10s to bang? Dude, it's a full-time job.
It's a lot of work.
It's a full-time job. And just like you said, you're going to take so many more L's than you get W's. And I tell guys this all the time. For every crazy Vegas story about the fake tittied brunette that I banged that, I pulled a power move on and ended up making her look stupid. For every one of those stories, there are 37 stories of completely the opposite about how I approached a girl and her boyfriend walked up and got mad. You know what I mean? Like you're just going to have to understand you are going to take L's. If you resolve that in your mind, okay, listen, man, most girls I approach today are not going to give me their phone number, right? If you get lucky and go, I don't know, 2 for 15 or something like that, hey, you got 2 fucking phone numbers in 15 approaches.
Yep.
We're men. Women can't handle rejection.
Yeah.
That's why
women don't take L's.
Well, see, listen, women are not biologically hardwired to take L's.
Facts.
This is why the onus of sexual, how can I put this? Sexual interaction is on us. We have to approach because we can take rejection. Women can't. That's why it's on us.
Bro, there's just so much fire being dropped right now, man. It's like, yo, man.